Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
You see people needing to take care of their daily needs, and sometimes that's the only way for them to do it.
We've told you before about shoplifters causing you to have to pay more when it comes to buying retail. In Park Rapids, Minnesota, police are asking for help investigating a string of thefts from the Walmart stretching back to the early days of this year. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric asked police if there's surveillance video and pictures, why aren't the cases solved yet?
15 theft investigations stretching all the way back to January of this year. That's what Park Rapids police are asking for help in solving. They all occurred here at this Walmart, and all of the potential suspects were caught on camera. There's men, women, old and young, all photographed inside and outside the store, sometimes even their getaway vehicles.
It's not justifiable, but seeing that sometimes people need those needs to be met, that it'll happen.
You wonder what it's from, though. I mean, if they're, that is frustrating.
Police say there's no specific theft ring targeting the Walmart store in Park Rapids. These are just a bunch of separate shoplifting cases. The Park Rapids police chief says they are still investigating these cases, however, and want to get the info and pictures out to other law enforcement in case somebody knows something. He criticized Walmart, too, for having poor quality pictures. That, coupled with the store reporting these thefts after the fact, creates a pretty big hurdle to solving the cases. They also tell me that most of these folks might be out-of-towners. But it's not just Walmart thieves are targeting. There's even another situation where forged prescriptions were passed at the Walgreens pharmacy here in town. If you have any information, you're asked to please call police. In Park Rapids, Minnesota, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
A survey found shoplifting and other fraud cost retailers almost $50 billion last year, which translates to higher prices to those costs that are passed off to you. Coming up after weather, new developments in a story we've been following for you for months. The owner of 3 Mexican restaurants in Fargo has been found. Plus, charges have been filed after 3 men kidnapped an Alexandria, Minnesota teen. But first, Robert, yet another quiet night for us in the valley. A beautiful night out there with a full moon, but we saw warmer temperatures than yesterday.
Yeah, a warm day today, but that's not going to stick around. Some cool air making its way on into the valley. A live look outside on the Coronado.com Valley Skycam, part of the Storm Team Skycam network. Moon one day actually past full, but still a lot of light coming out of the moon tonight, and we're going to have to battle some of that light to look at the northern lights. Northern lights going bonkers, so after the show, you'll want to head on outside and take a look off towards the north. 65 right now after topping out in the mid-80s today. Northeasterly winds at 12 miles per hour. Those northeast winds bringing in some of that cooler air. We're already down into the mid-50s off towards the northeast. 54 Baudette, also 54 in Bemidji. Winds, again, out of the east and the northeast, and that's bringing in the cooler air. Tomorrow's highs, at least here in Fargo, about 10 degrees cooler than we were today. Hardly a cloud in the sky. A good night to see some northern lights, and there are still a few high clouds in a few locations, but all in all, a pretty nice night out there. The cool air, you can see it. There's the line as it pushes off towards the south. A line of cool air making its way on through, and again, Friday cooler, but weekend-wise, it's looking like warmer weather makes its way on in. A few showers and storms, one severe down in Arizona. Off towards the northeast, a few showers into that area. Hurricane Irma continues to trudge off towards the west-northwest. Peak winds still at 175 miles per hour. That one of 3 hurricanes in the Atlantic. Irma, Category 5. Jose, Category 3. And over in the Gulf, Katia, Category 1. Irma expected to turn towards the north, towards the U.S. right now. All eyes are on Florida as it stands right now. Overnight, again, mostly clear. And it's going to be a chilly one. We're going to get down into the 30s over parts of northern Minnesota, some 40s and low 50s elsewhere. As we head through the day tomorrow, we're going to see lots of sunshine. Those winds start to shift around to the east and southeast, and we're going to warm it on up only into the 60s and 70s across the area. And as we head through tomorrow evening, we'll start to cool it back down with a few clouds across the Southern Valley into the 50-degree temperature range by 10. Here in Fargo, we start off in the upper 40s by lunchtime, a warm up into the mid 60s, and later on in the day, temperatures warm on up into the mid 70s. Picture of the day, it's a beauty, a harvest beauty as a matter of fact, in the Red River Valley. Thanks to Mandy for sending that in. Going to use that as the backdrop to our 7-day forecast. A nice day Friday. Saturday, a little bit warmer. Sunday, warmer still, some mid-80s. Just a chance, small chance, for a few showers early Monday. Hot on Tuesday and slightly cooler Wednesday and Thursday.
But we're still not seeing a lot of rain in our forecast.
Not a rain, and it's good news. There's not a lot of clouds tonight because the northern lights are really going bonkers right now.
I'm excited. Thank you, Robert.
You got it.
Well, the owner of 3 Mexican restaurants in Fargo, who has been missing for months, has been found. However, Fargo police are not saying where Rodolfo Romo is. Back in May, family members filed a missing person report. Today, a detective followed up on a lead and had another law enforcement agency make personal contact with Romo. They did verify his identity with his North Dakota driver's license. Romo did indicate that he was fine and did not want his current location known to anyone. At this point, police do not consider it to be a criminal matter, and the missing person report will be closed. 3 men have been charged with kidnapping and sexual assault in connection to the disappearance of a 15-year-old girl. The criminal complaints filed against 32-year-old Thomas Barker, 31-year-old Joshua Holby, and 20-year-old Stephen Powers detail the plot that led to the teen being held hostage for a month. In early August, Sarah Block contacted the Alexandria, Minnesota police saying her daughter Jasmine was missing. Jasmine was not seen or heard from until this past Tuesday. She said she was held captive at Barker's residence most of the time she was missing, and that he tried to drown her in a bathtub one time but wasn't able to finish the job because he suffers from cerebral palsy and lacks strength. Block was able to escape 2 days ago while riding in the back of a pickup truck inside a zipped-up duffel bag. We have much more on this story on our website at valleynewslive.com. And family and friends gathered this morning to say their final goodbyes to Savannah Greywind. Her funeral was held at the First Assembly Church in South Fargo. At the funeral procession to Sunset Memorial Garden Cemetery in South Fargo, it included, as you just saw, a horse-drawn wagon and several riders. We're told a local family donated a custom headstone for Savannah's grave. Greywind disappeared from her North Fargo apartment last month. Her body was found a week later in the Red River. 2 people, William Hain and Brooke Cruz, have been charged in relation to her death. Football season in here, and while Vikings fans are looking forward to seeing Adrian Peterson back out on the field Monday night, the Better Business Bureau is warning those looking for tickets to beware of scammers. They're trying to make a quick buck off of fake tickets. Valley News Team's Molly Casey has our story.
The fans are ready and the players are warmed up, but the start of the football season also brings out scammers looking to make money from fake tickets.
So you can almost bet there will be some people outside trying to sell things that will look very authentic, tickets that might look real.
Dan Hendrickson of the Better Business Bureau teamed up with the Vikings organization to warn fans of the impending fake ticket scams in the forms of tickets that will be accepted at Vikings games.
One is a PDF ticket printed out on 8.5 by 11 paper. The other is available through the Vikings mobile app.
Hendrickson says it's best to use a credit card if buying tickets online. That way you can file a claim if the tickets turn out to be fake, and be aware of scalpers near the stadium.
It's illegal to sell tickets on U.S. Bank Stadium property. That's another thing to be aware of.
And with Minneapolis hosting the Super Bowl, the scams won't be limited to Monday night's game.
You can bet scammers will be plying their trade in our area probably all season long, but especially for the big games.
From Fargo, Molly Casey, Valley News Live.
Hendrickson says there are 3 official sites to buy Vikings tickets. First, at the ticket office, on the Vikings website, or through the NFL ticket exchange. And if a deal seems too good to be true, it's probably a scam. A U.S. District Court judge has temporarily shut down work on the $2.2 billion FM area flood diversion project. Minnesota's DNR and the Joint Powers Authority filed a lawsuit claiming the project went too far and it actually increased the impact on upstream farmers. In the judge's ruling, it was concluded that Fargo and Moorhead need permanent flood protection and strongly encouraged all parties to work to agree on a flood protection project. Moorhead's mayor said she hoped the ruling will help bring the DNR back to the table and discuss how to move forward on permanent flood protection for Moorhead and Fargo. And something happened recently that highlighted a pizza shop that may break your heart. Little Caesars in North Fargo has been serving the homeless in more ways than just a free slice of pizza. They posted a sign in their drive-through window that went viral online. But following that story, someone went into the shop and stole the whole donation box and got away with a couple $100s. The general manager tells us it's up to the owners what they want to do about the stolen money.
Just broke my heart. I just can't believe that people would do something like that. You're trying to help people and try to prosper, you know, and do good, and somebody just comes along and thinks that it's okay to help themselves.
Each Little Caesars is privately owned. If you're looking to donate, you can do so at the 19th Avenue location. The Fargo-Moorhead community is once again helping to raise funds for the Sanford Roger Maris Cancer Center for the annual 61 for 61. Radiothons and silent actions were just some of the events that were held earlier today. And also tonight, Home Run Walk began at the Sanford South Point Clinic in Fargo. People all over the metro gathered to support those fighting cancer and remember those that passed away because of it.
Just being able to give him some recognition that we appreciate the fight that he went through and how hard he tried to get well. And even though it wasn't successful on his part, it really did show his determination.
Donations are used to fund equipment and research for cancer patients at the Cancer Center. For more information on how to donate to 61 for 61, head over to valleynewslive.com and click on the hot button. The major security breach that's now affecting millions of American Social Security numbers and their personal information. We've got that story still ahead tonight.